Today I'm going to show you how to create magic with your very own hands. Be sure to wash them, you ninnies. I know where they've been. There will be no wand waving or silly elves to help you. I'm going to teach you how to manifest your abilities in the art of potions.
Cut!
What?
Cooking, not potions.
Right.
Roll camera.
Cooking.
Action.
Manifest your abilities in the art of cooking. For those of you who say you cannot cook, ridiculous. Either you do or do not want to. It is all in the determination, planning, and execution. Although you may fail, as some of you do daily, with each failure you will grow in the knowledge that will make your dish something that will beguile your friends, mystify your family, all the while giving you a true sense of satisfaction. Perhaps the only satisfaction. Faction. What is this? This is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
What seems to be the problem?
You ever found yourself in a situation you knew was messed up, but you stuck around anyways just to see how it would turn out? Yeah, that situation is now, and the person is me. Okay, so here's the short of it. There's this guy. He thinks he's a wizard. You know, like magics and potions and all that kind of stuff. So get this. Supposedly the wizard died, and then was brought back by some guy named Todd. But now he doesn't have his magical powers. The wizard, not Todd. Todd's kind of an idiot. Which I suppose begs the question, how did... You know what, never mind.
Cut.
Now what?
Aren't you gonna say like a yolk pun?
Okay, so that was Doug. Doug's the director, and this is where it starts to get even more weird. I heard Doug talking to the wizard guy about how if he does this cooking show, Doug will somehow find a way for him to get his magical powers back. Now, I've known Doug for a little while now, and this doesn't make any sense because the only thing, magical-wise, that Doug even knows is that disappearing thumb trick.
What was your biggest success?
Like, financially, it's a little embarrassing, but did a backstage documentary tour of the Wiggles. But with kids comes, hot moms, so that was all right.
Besides wanting to put your head in a bucket and using it as a ceremonial drum.
Not gonna happen.
Do you believe in magic?
Well, I believe in the magic of storytelling, the magic of a sunset, but I don't believe in made up magic like astrology and climate change,
Anything else?
I don't have my magic anymore, and I need to hold my hair back. You see, there used to be a...
All right. Trish, can you come here for a second? Yeah. Can I borrow those little hair thingies for a bit?
Sure.
Really? That...
Oh, there you go, big guy. Now you're ready. Let's get going, shall we?
One of these days, I'm gonna turn you into a bug wallop.
Not very nice to say to the guy who's gonna help get your magic back. Nice stick.
What are some films that you have made?
I did Gut Punch Badass 1, 2, 3, 4. They kicked me off of 5. Got me back for 7. My cousin's bar mitzvah.
important thing here is that magic ain't real. It's a crazy buffet, and we're all going in for second.
Very well then, let us get back to the point of this endeavor. It is time to open your minds and begin the lesson. Today's recipe is the dessert of the elder gods. A devious and delicious and macabre treat that will infiltrate your senses and move you to a plane of existence only known to a select few. Made of baked and sautéed apples with a cinnamon bun tentacles. It is seductively simple, just like you. Without the seductive part. The difficulty rating of this is goldfish, which is to say it is easy but involves the cunning use of knives. It should take you no longer than an hour. That is 20 minutes prep time, 20 minutes of baking, and 20 minutes to rejoice or cry. Before we begin, I want to tell you the key to success of this meal is pre-planning and preparation. The French term for it is mise en place. It means to have all of your ingredients pre-cut, measured, and ready to be placed into the dish as needed. You do not want to be running around like a hoo-hoo with your head cut off, although that would be entertaining. With that said, you will need the following ingredients. No, not you. Him.
Yeah. Well, I got nothing else better to do. I'm the director. But I gotta make my star look handsome. Who's a handsome boy? Huh? Who's a handsome boy? You?
I am.
Good. Let's get going.
The first thing we must do is preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Goldfish, you can test this temperature by sticking your head in the oven and giving it a little feel. Next, you will hollow out your apples. Now, as I said before, you will need Gala apples. These are the best for baking since they will not become mushy. If you want to know what mushy feels like, just feel the top of your skull. You start by cutting off the top, like so, and then with a spoon, because it hurts more, or a strong measuring cup, you start to carve out the center, like so. You don't want to get too close to the edge, because then it will become mushy like a skull. Just a side note, I'm sure that there's more than one or two of your professors who dreamed of doing this to you. One can dream.
Oh no, Professor. Please don't carve out my brains. I don't know what I'll do. It's all I've got.
Don't worry, Todd. You weren't using them anyway. Once carved out, you'll want to brush the interior with lemon juice. This will keep it from turning brown. Those of you who are in houseplant or goldfish, go ahead and give your brush a little lick. You'll love it. Following that, you will core, peel, and dice your Granny Smith apple into small pieces. The smaller the better. Place in a bowl, add lemon juice, mix the diced apples, and then set them aside. Next, you will melt together 1/2 stick of butter. Microwave it for 20 seconds or so. Do it at 10 seconds intervals like a good emu face until it is melted. Do not go all 20 at once. Do not be that person and leave your mother a sticky mess to clean up. Add cinnamon to the butter. Mix. And then coat the interior of the apple. Now it is time to move on to the delectable
Tentacles!
Now for the creation of the delectable tentacles. Quiet back there! What are you laughing at? Now, first you must take your cinnamon roll out of its container and unwind it. Sometimes it's hard to find the little part. Or not. Unroll it onto a parchment paper and cut it down the middle until you get to the end. Now, after much debate with my director, Doug, and my roommate, Todd, it has been determined that this part is called the nubbin. Cut each cinnamon roll length between 2 and 3 inches all the way down at an angle until you get to the nubbin. Then place the nubbin on the inside like so. And continue with the remainder of your cinnamon roll like so. Now, do that with the remainder of your apples. Now, you may need to double your recipe if you're using more than 4 to 6 apples. So here we are, we'll place this in the oven, like so. Now you add your butter, allow that to melt in. That is 4 tablespoons. Now you're going to add your apples. You're going to cook those for several minutes until they become mushy, like your skull. Next, you will add the sugar and then the cinnamon. Mix them in well. If it looks like it's going to dry out, you can add some more butter. Of course, mine looks perfect. And finally, add a few drops, just a few, of green food coloring, or red, whichever you desire. Remember, a little goes a long way. And when your timer goes off, it's time to go in and see how they look. Oh my goodness. Look at that. They're scrumptious, like me. Now, once you've got them placed, you'll take the syrup from your apples, and you will gently brush them onto your tentacles. Why is there laughing back there? Quiet you. Alright. Now as you see, I have completed all of these. And then you will spoon your apples into the middle of your tentacles. Quiet. And as we go on, I thought adding a few of these would add to the macabre and horrific nature of this dish. So now that you have finished, you know that this is the ultimate scrumptious Halloween treat. And there you have it. A tasty treat even the elder gods can enjoy, and maybe your friends. Who are we kidding? You don't have any friends. As I said at the beginning, if you put your mind to it, even you can cook successfully. So what did we learn today? I hope all of you were taking notes. We learned the importance of mise en place. They're French. I think they're making it up as they go along. We learned officially what a nubbin is. And lastly, we learned that the kitchen isn't a scary place. That concludes today's lesson, and before you depart for your mediocre lives, I would like to... What? What are they to do with their thumbs? They're asking me that you give your thumb to... Where are they putting it? Yeah, I don't care. Actually, I really don't want to know where you're sticking your thumbs. Just do the thumb thing and subscribe. What is this, on newspaper? Anyway, do that. And in parting, I would like to say, as my Aunt Benedrix used to say, never moon a werewolf. It doesn't end well.